Is on the verge of becoming the first manager to win 3 trebles. He's 90 minutes away from that. A big game against Aberdeen at Hampden Park next Saturday. How do you think that will be looked back on in years to come? Because some people from outside the Scottish game just see Celtic's dominance and they think, oh well, it must be easy to win titles up there usually, but it's not just titles, we're talking trebles here.
It's not easy. You have to look to history. Recent times Celtic have been really strong, but you have to look to history. It doesn't come around all the time. As I say, Celtic have been dominant, but it's because of the work they put in. Every week you go out there, yes, the fans expect you to win, but you actually have to do it. You look at days like today, it can be frustrating at times, teams behind the ball, physical, not giving too much away. You have to go and create that week in, week out. That's not an easy thing to do.
What did you make of the substitutes when they came on this afternoon? I think obviously James Forrest made a difference. I thought Yang looked very lively as well on the wing.
Yeah, and I think that really gives, I mean, we spoke about it during the game, during the week. We kind of presume that they're 11 for next week, but that shows that there's opportunities there. Particularly James. Yang looked lively during the week, and it looks as if he was trying to make something happen again today, quite positive. James Forrest will give the manager food for thought for next week, that's no doubt.
I'm actually really glad that he got his goal today, because I know it was hanging over him, it was hanging over the squad as well, but it's good that that's kind of out the way now before a cup final, which is a really big game that you don't want other little kind of things to be getting across the players' minds.
Look, I think if you could have written the script a little bit better, it would have been the winning goal today, but as we said there, the 60,000 fans, that felt like a winning goal. Everybody in here, they were singing his name just from after half-time before he came on. That's him eventually got his song in the last couple of games.
Yeah, it's brilliant for him. Years.
Brilliant for him. And his teammates will be overjoyed, as will he.
Yeah, it's an incredible atmosphere inside Celtic Park. It really is. Packed to the rafters, 60,000 inside here. The place will get a lot louder. The songs will get a lot louder in a few minutes' time when Callum McGregor and Brendan Rodgers lead the squad out onto the Celtic Park pitch. James Forrest is going to get his own recognition as well, and his own presentation, of course. This season he becomes Celtic's all-time honours winner. No one has won more major honours in the colours of Celtic than our very own James Forrest, and I think sometimes that's underplayed just because of the kind of person James Forrest is. We hold the Lisbon Lions in such high esteem because of, you know, the kind of mystique that surrounds them and what they achieve, but to think that someone like James Forrest has actually won more honours than the likes of Bobby Lennox, Billy McNeil and all those incredible Celtic legends of the past just shows you what kind of legend James is. Callum McGregor himself not far behind, and I was thinking about it, you know, when Callum McGregor and James Forrest, when they retire, one of them is, and it could be either, but one of them is likely to be the most decorated Celt, and probably will be for the rest of their life.
It's incredible. When you put it like that, it really is. They'll go down in history, the two of them. You talk about the Lisbon Lions, and of course that was the pinnacle for this club, you know, going and winning the European Cup. But these guys have been immense since they came in as kids to this team. I remember watching Jamesy, I think in America in pre-season, and then Callum breaking into the team. Their contribution's been phenomenal.
The players are about to come out from the tunnel with the manager. Let's go back to your commentators to describe the trophy lift at Paradise. Paul and Peter.
Brendan Rodgers, the manager, Callum McGregor, the captain, leading out the title-winning squad. A 4th league title in a row for Celtic, a 4th title for Brendan Rodgers as Celtic manager. Callum McGregor, now one of Celtic's most decorated players. Only Bobby Lennox and James Forrest have won more than Callum McGregor. This is his 24th winners' medal. He'll hope to make it 25 next week. John Ledwith is down on the pitch, and he is going to talk to the Celtic captain and the Celtic manager.
You've been here before, you've lifted this league title 10 times. How does it feel to be a leader of this group of men?
Yeah, unbelievable. Such a privilege to play for this club and captain this club. So everyone enjoy the day. You deserve it so much.
And of course, this is the second trophy this season. There's one more to play for. How much credit do you give to this squad for putting us in this position?
Yeah, the lads have been unbelievable. Like you said, one more to go. You see again today, you know, difficult game, difficult conditions, and we keep going to the end, and obviously the man's about to come out, but what a big moment again.
He is about to come out, Callum. I'm going to allow you to join your teammates, but once again, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for our captain, Callum McGregor. And of course, no trophy day is complete without the silverware itself. So it's time to welcome the man who recently secured his 26th winners' medal in the hoops. He joined the Celtic Academy at the age of 9. He served the club with distinction for over 22 years. He has an honours list of 6 League Cups, 7 Scottish Cups, and an incredible 13 league titles. Ladies and gentlemen,
to welcome
make
a
your
Celtic
voices
legend.
heard for Celtic's most
Forrest.
decorated player of all time. One man, one club, James Forrest! And our manager, Brendan Rodgers, will now make a presentation to James, a special award to commemorate his achievement of becoming our most decorated player, a record that has stood for 46 years, and James now surpassing the legendary Lisbon line, Bobby Lennox. And Paradise, we're also delighted that in the stands today we have Bobby and his family, so can we hear it for Bobby also? And one more time, let's give it up for Jamesy Forrest. Brendan, I'm going to ask you first. You've managed James in 2 spells, so tell us about the ability, the character, the personality that is James Forrest.
Well, I think today just rounded off what has been an amazing career for him here, and he still has more to give, but the ultimate professional, a real symbol for every young academy player coming through the system, that with hard work, dedication and quality you can succeed.
And James, I know you're a team player, I know you're a humble guy. You got the goal, and what a goal it was. Can you sum up the emotions of not just those last minutes, but of all these years playing for Celtic Football Club?
I know it's been unbelievable. I think every moment that the fans give you, and playing in front of the fans away from home, at home every week is amazing, and I'm just cherishing every game I play until I finish.
Well, I know that every single person in this stadium is proud of James Forrest, proud of his contribution for the club. Paradise, one more time, give it up for our number 49, James Forrest. Brendan, I think the final word should go to you. I think the question's simple. How does it feel to be the manager of the most successful club in Scotland?
Well, this is what it feels like to be Celtic. I think that today belongs to us all, for the supporters, the players, the staff. It's been an incredible season so far, with one more title to go, but everyone has given everything on the pitch and off the pitch, and for that we're all champions today.
And Brendan, you mentioned the supporters. Just how big a part do they play in creating what is this fantastic story of Celtic Football Club?
Yeah, well, this is what Celtic is about. I think the expectation that is put on us is because of their drive and ambition to be the very best, and that's why we work every single day of our life to make them proud, and hopefully they're proud this season.
Well, Brendan, I know that everyone will be there, hopefully in the sun at Hampden next week as you go for the next trophy. But for now, I'll let you join your squad. Ladies and gentlemen, the manager of the 4-in-a-row champions, Brendan Rodgers.
So Brendan Rodgers gets the applause. He'll go over to get his medal before James Forrest and Callum McGregor will get their medals and then take the trophy. Normally Callum McGregor will be the man to lift it, but we suspect it might be an honour he will share with his friend and teammate and fellow Youth Academy graduate. A wonderful day for both of those players. 50 winners' medals between them, 26 for James Forrest, 24 for Callum McGregor. They are legends of this club. Callum McGregor, great player and a great captain.
This trophy, more than the captains of Celtic. So as
Callum
McGregor joins the boys, let's get ready to lift it once again.
Into the middle.
10, 9,
alongside his teammates,
7,
and he's joined
6,
by James Forrest.
5.
A wonderful gesture from Callum McGregor. Celtic, the champions of Scotland. We never tire of these moments, Peter.
Absolutely not. And that's why I say, people say they get Celtic and sick of, how do you motivate them? This is what motivates you. Because let's be perfectly honest with you, Paul, and I keep saying it, you've got this for 6 weeks as champions, and then you've got to go again. But you never ever get sick of picking up a winner's medal, especially the championship. It's the hardest thing to win, no matter what league people talk about, Scottish football or whatever. Winning any league is really, really difficult over the period of time.
Well, the Celtic players lifting the trophy. You see at the front, guys at Maida just leaning on the board alongside him. Rail Hatate, he's got the leg brace on, he's got the crutches, and after a wonderful season, it's a shame for Rail he's not able to play on Trophy Day or the Scottish Cup final, but he's a player that's more than played his part this season.
Oh, he's been massive. A wonderful player. Gutted for him. He deserves to be in a cup final, but as I say, I've been there myself, Paul, when you've played all the games and then you miss what you call the main day. But everybody knows he's been an integral part of what's happened this season.
Arne Engels wins his first title. There's Rail Hatate there. He's got the medal that he's more than deserved. Today is the first day that he's not played a game for Celtic this season. So the Celtic players enjoying another trophy day. Everyone else calls it the last day of the season. We call it trophy day. 4 in a row now. And just James Forrest decided just to spice it up a little by scoring for the 16th consecutive season. That's a remarkable achievement, but Celtic Park absolutely packed for this wonderful day. As you said, Peter, I mean, I know sometimes hear other teams saying it gets a bit boring. It never gets boring seeing green and white ribbons on a trophy.
Oh, absolutely. Maybe we'll change it to call it Celtic Day instead of Trophy Day. You know, and long may it continue. And as I say, unfortunately, we've been through certain periods when it's been dry. This is a wonderful period to be part of, and you want it to go on for as long as it possibly can. And I'm sure these players will, because some of them are getting their first, and they're hoping it's the first of many.
Well, Celtic TV is going to bring you all the post-match reaction, and that starts with the captain himself, who's down on the pitch with Jenny McCullough.
Unbelievable finish to that game, Callum. You've lifted another Premiership trophy. Describe how you're feeling right now.
Yeah, so proud. You work all season for that moment there where you sacrifice so much, and to get the trophy above your head, it's an amazing feeling and something that never dilutes. You know, we are always hungry for success, and obviously next week we won another one as well.
Yeah, the game probably didn't go as you would have hoped, but it was written in the stars at the end for your great friend James Forrest to score. What a goal, what a finish.
Honestly, you just could not write it. It's unbelievable. But credit to the boys again, you know, they just keep playing and playing. Really scrappy game, loads of breaks in the game, but we just keep going and going and going. And then he gets his moment, which, like you said, it's written in the stars.
What does it mean to you, and how difficult is it to keep the standard so high, so consistently, season after season?
Yeah, well, that's the challenge, is continue to do it, continue to try and produce good football on a consistent basis and make sure the team wins. So it's a big challenge, but it's one that the players are up for as well.
You've got that winning mentality, Callum. One more game left in this season to make it even more memorable. How committed and motivated are you and the boys to get over the line at Hampden?
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, we know what's at stake next week. If we can get the third trophy, then it caps off what's been an amazing